would like to start today's video with a question. It's quite a controversial subject, but what features in Minecraft perform and work better on Minecraft Bedrock Edition compared to Java Edition? Let me know in the comment section. I'll give you the first one. Block placing on Minecraft Bedrock Edition is so much better. Welcome everyone, my name is Echo, and in today's Minecraft video, we have a brand new beta and preview for Minecraft Pocket Edition, the Bedrock version. This is the version 1.19.60.24. Here is the confirmation from JWells Megaspud, our community manager, who said Minecraft preview is rolling out today. Check out the changelog here. If you just want to read it, the link is down below. The changelog starts by saying, in last week's preview, we included a bug fix for campfires, which triggered some conversations about their use and design. Firstly, thank you all for your feedback. We have focused on parity for new features the past couple of years, and we are committed to ensure that the new features mainly act the same for all our players, regardless of platform. For campfires, which is an older feature, it was never intended that they would set mobs and players on fire. That behavior was a bug in Bedrock Edition. We understand that some clever designs were built around this bugged mechanic, but after careful consideration, we have decided to stick with its original design intent. Similar to how a torch would work. A torch doesn't hurt entities that come in contact with it. A campfire, on the other hand, will cause the player to take damage as if they are standing on a magma block. We want to reassure you that this decision was discussed with our gameplay team ahead of the fix being made. We are grateful for your support. I would certainly like to say thank you to the developers for being transparent on this, but I also do not accept it. There has been many bugs in Minecraft that have just stayed in the game because they benefit players. Now, I made a statement today, and this was the statement I made. It does seem, if Java has it differently, the sacrifice is made always to Bedrock for the mechanics to match Java. It's never the other way round. Not having a go, it's just an observation over the years. With that being said, all of these videos that feature bugs that actually became features, technically you should fix all of these. If I'm not mistaken, Java has some redstone bugs that are actually classed as features now. Again, it's not really an important subject, but it just really annoys me that the sacrifice is always made to Bedrock. Now, I would like to point out, we have a bunch of redstone changes today and a bunch of quality of life features that have been reported for a very long time, but focusing on the subject I was just talking about. So as you guys know, we have the campfires. On Bedrock Edition, if we go to game mode survival, if we were to previously stand on this, we would actually catch fire. Same with this one. Same with mobs. They would catch fire, they would die, you get the cooked version. So the developers are saying, no, you should not catch fire while standing on fire. You should just take damage. Well, I don't agree with it, but yeah, that's the subject that has been up for discussion. Starting with this week's experimental features, starting with blocks. The chiseled bookshelf now fills when player is dropping books into the connected hopper or dropper. We have a bug report. So this is just classed as a vanilla parity. You'll notice in this video, if you try to put a book or any kind of item inside a hopper or a dropper and hope for it to go inside the chiseled bookshelf, it did not work. They finally added it this week. So it works for hoppers, it works for droppers, it works for all types of the books, whether it's a book and quill, you'll see here, automatically goes in there. Same with that one. Doesn't matter if it's this. Put it back there, 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 there. You'll notice that this thing is now full. If I take one out, it will automatically start to fill back up, as you can see. And the same for a dropper. As you can see there, it works perfectly fine. Moving on to features and bug fixes. Gameplay. Slimes and magma cubes no longer spawn in spaces that are 2 blocks tall or less. We have a bug report. Reported back in 2019, it's been across a lot of Minecraft versions. There is the example right here. They shouldn't technically be spawning in these places, and they don't anymore. Moving on to raids. Raids now trigger properly when the player with the bad omen enters a village while riding/gliding. We have a bug report. Raid will not start when entering a village with bad omen whilst riding a minecart. And we do have a video right here. So this person right here gets inside this minecart, gets to the end of it, and activates the bad omen effect. Now, when this person goes back to the villager, a raid should start. If you're in a minecart, it does not happen at all. So we're going to do the exact same thing that this person has done. We're going to get ourselves all the way over here just to make sure we're outside of the village. We're going to grab ourselves a minecart. We're going to do effect. We're just going to do at P, and then we're going to do the bad omen effect. So we now have the bad omen effect, which means when we start to enter this village, it should activate a raid. Just gotta be patient. There you go. Starting to activate. It will also happen if you're flying with the Elytra over the top of a village. Moving on to items. They have fixed item degradation when rapidly attacking mobs. We have a bug report. When hitting very fast, some hits won't deal damage to the entity, but will still remove durability from your weapon. Now, we do have a YouTube video here. This user right here is going to rapidly kill an iron golem. It says it takes 20 registered hits of wooden sword to kill iron golem. And it just explains a bunch of other things on top of it. So basically, your durability is being removed, although it's not registering on a mob attack. All right, so let's try this for ourselves. So if we rapidly attack an iron golem here, again, we should be able to kill this iron golem before the durability is ruined on the wooden sword here. And you can see the big difference between what I've just showed you compared to what the video was showing you. Great news. We have a hopper fix. Hoppers will no longer fail to collect items when trying to pull in multiple item types. We have a bug report. This was reported back in 2018 and was finally fixed today. It spans across all of these versions. Hoppers and hopper minecarts not picking from multiple item types when collecting, and we do a video right here. So this person drops multiple items. This person then puts down a hopper minecart. Now, when this starts to pick up stone, andesite, diorite, etc., at the end of it, you can see another piece of stone, but it's not picking those blocks up. You can see that is stone on the floor. That is stone. That has finally been fixed after all these years. So we're just going to run the exact same test here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop all of these items, right? But we're going to drop them in different order. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to drop stone. Going to drop another one of these. Going to drop one of these. Going to drop another one of these. Going to drop this. And then I'm going to drop another stone all the way down here and see if this registers and actually picks them all up. So it should technically pick up everything. And as you can see, yes, it did. Changes with mobs. It says horses can no longer be pushed over fences with carpets on top. As you guys know, this was released yesterday in 1.19.51. Well, guess what they still didn't fix, ladies and gentlemen? You guessed it. In betas and previews, the unlimited XP glitch still works. I don't think they're ever going to fix this at this point. Vex's hitboxes are now vertically centered with their models. The Vex now uses a separate charging animation when empty-handed. We have a bug report. So when the Vex is not holding a sword, it still attacks you as if it was holding a sword. We have to go to a separate world for this one. Okay, let's summon one of these. So you'll clearly see that this is not currently holding a sword. So if we go to / game mode survival now, when it attacks me, it doesn't do like the sword animation. It just attacks you kind of like a villager in a way. Previously, it was still kind of holding a sword. It also says Vexes now render offhand items. Vex and LA can now sit properly in boats and minecarts. We have a bug report. There is the report. It's classed as a parity. You'll see here that the mobs are kind of sinking into things. Although this one looks really, really cute. Just his head popping up. But apparently today, it was fixed. So apparently now they sit in boats and minecarts a lot better. Moving on to touch. Fixed a bug that prevented items from moving indirectly between creative mode inventory and player's extended inventory pocket UI. Touch controls. Fixed a problem where the touch D-pad's forward button was not functional when holding the strafe left/right button. I know a bunch of you talked about this in my previous 1.19.51 video. User interface. Feedback button on the main menu will now prompt the player with a model before redirecting them to the web browser. And also, technical updates. Let's read the changelog. Small amount of technical updates this week, which includes commands, mobs, API, and even more API commands. So I actually think that might be it for 2022. Unless they plan to release one more beta and preview next week, which I kind of doubt it, but who knows. I think we are just heading towards 2023, which I hope is going to be an important year for Minecraft. Now, linked on screen right now is some videos that I highly recommend you check out.